The engineering community is among the largest communities at the University of Kentucky. The reason why engineering is so popular is not only because of the many types offered, but because of the constant demand for engineers in today's society. Engineers are the backbone for almost all modern industry and infrastructure. Anything from bridges to medical equipment to automobiles are all in our world today because of engineers. Through research and in this documentary, I wanted to further look into the history of engineering at the University of Kentucky and also examine what sets an engineering mind apart from others. The University of Kentucky first opened its doors in 1865. It was called the Agricultural and Mechanical College of Kentucky, otherwise known as the A&M College. Courses in civil engineering and mining was offered at Henry Clay's mansion and farm called Ashland. In the first 20 years at the A&M College, students could only earn a bachelor degree of science and a bachelor degree of arts. It wasn't until 1886 that students could receive a degree specifically in engineering. John Wesley Gunn was the first person to obtain an engineering degree from the University of Kentucky in 1890. However, had it been offered, a man by the name of William Benjamin Munson would have been the first to obtain one in 1869. 60 years after the first engineering degree was received at the University of Kentucky, a degree in mechanical engineering was awarded to another member of UK's engineering alumni, Ralph G. Anderson. Years after Ralph G. Anderson received his degree from UK, he created a technical support service company called Belkin. Belkin is now one of the largest engineering firms in the United States. From his earnings of being the founder of this successful company, he donated $2 million to the University of Kentucky for the construction of the Ralph G. Anderson Building. The Ralph G. Anderson Building is one of the main engineering buildings at the University of Kentucky. Here's where you'll find a lot of the engineering community in classrooms, studying in the study room, and taking advantage of office hours. What many people may not know is that beneath this building and connecting to other classrooms is a tunnel system designed by engineers for the use of getting from class to class when weather is not in its best conditions. The installation of the tunnels is a contribution from engineers to the university to make going from class to class more comfortable for students. The engineering community is constantly contributing back to society and even the university. Those attending the University of Kentucky can't help but notice the nice new residence halls and the construction going on around campus. Almost all of this construction going on is done by a construction company called Messer. Messer has 24 engineering graduates from UK employed, building new classroom buildings and residence halls. This comes to show that even when members of the engineering community at UK graduate, they still continue to give back to the university and society. While Messer consists of members of the UK engineering community giving back to the university, there's a group of members giving back to other places around the world. This group is called Engineers Without Borders. Engineers Without Borders is a group of UK engineering students who visit third world countries to apply their engineering skills in improving others' communities. They visited Cameroon in 2009 to repair poor road conditions and make transportation safer and easier. They also visited Honduras in 2011 for a water distribution project and also come up with sustainable water quality solutions to help provide cleaner water. There are many other ways the engineering community gives back to the world. What is so unique about the engineering community and the engineering mind is that engineers have an aptitude to test their skills and solve problems. I wanted to look more into the mind of an engineer to get an idea of what sets it apart from others. In doing so, I conducted an interview with my ME 151 professor, Christine Trinkle, to gather more information about engineering here at the University of Kentucky and the engineering mind as a whole.
So I would say very important. I think you're seeing a huge demand for them right now in particular. The fact that most of our graduates just get jobs right out of school without any problem. I mean, there's a much bigger demand than supply, I think, right now. So I'd say with things becoming a lot more sort of tech heavy, the skill set that engineers have becomes more and more important. I mean, it's certainly not the easiest major out there. I think it requires a certain kind of mindset, and it is a lot of hard work. So I don't know. I would say it's difficult, but I think a lot of that is more in sort of the hard work aspect of it than necessarily that it's sort of natively difficult. It's not like becoming an NBA player where you either, there's like a really small subset that can attain that. It's that it is a challenging field. It does take a lot of work to get into it, but it's more that kind of difficulty.
From these first two answers, I gathered that the engineering mind is a specific type of thinking. Without that type of mind, engineering is not cut out for a lot of people.
Economy.
I would say so. I'd say that's what we're seeing. Again, most of the graduates have no problems getting jobs straight out of college. And I think so that you're seeing that kind of skill set is becoming really important for people, and that employers are just snatching people up right out of school. I think a lot of what sort of needs to happen in engineering right now is, you know, having like sort of a very diverse group of people. So it is, I guess, engineering is somewhat competitive, but the big thing right now is trying to get a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds into engineering so that everybody can sort of bring different things to the table. I think engineering tends to be more of a collaborative science rather than competitive.
So people who have an engineering mindset have a lot going for them. Engineering is more of a collaborative field than competitive, and with a constant demand for engineers, an engineering mind is sure to find a job out of college. Others.
I think just being really inquisitive and sort of that liking problem solving. I think those two things are, when I see engineers who are very, very successful, it's a really sort of a passion for it, and this desire to find out the answer. That if something doesn't quite add up, they sort of want to know why. I think that's sort of the basic mindset. And then, of course, you need like a certain aptitude for math and science as well. All of that stuff kind of goes hand in hand.
What sets an engineering mind apart from others is an aptitude for problem solving. Of course, many fields require problem solving, but what sets an engineering mind apart is that you can't go back in a book to solve every problem revolving around engineering. It takes innovation and using reason to fix things. American physicist and mathematician Freeman Dyson once said, "A good scientist is a person with original ideas. A good engineer is a person who makes a design that works with as few original ideas as possible." From all the information I learned from my research of the engineering community and the engineering mind, I gathered this. The engineering community at UK shares the same attributes as the engineering community of the world. While it's a competitive community, it's also collaborative because there are so many engineers out there working to improve technology and find solutions for problems in the world. Engineers are innovators with an innate mindset of striving to solve problems. It's a community that has been around since the earliest of civilizations and one that we will always have a high demand for to move further in the world.